In today's video, I'm gonna give you 4 simple and easy tips you can use the next time you're washing your vehicle. Any of the tools or products that I mentioned will be linked down below, but don't worry, none of these tips are super crazy or overly complicated. Let's get started. So tip number 1 is use a wand on your pressure washer gun if you're working on a large vehicle, like let's say a truck or especially a lifted truck. Or if you're like me and you're not that tall, it just helps to get around the vehicle. So as you can see here, I can reach a larger section of the vehicle because I have that wand on me. If I didn't have that wand and it was just a short gun, then I would have a much harder time where I'd have to get closer to the vehicle and reach over a lot more to rinse off or foam down the vehicle, or just rinse off the vehicle. So if you can, or if your pressure washer already comes with it, then I highly recommend you do use it when it makes sense. Now that being said though, if you don't need the wand, don't use the wand. Because the problem that you'll run into is that when you're trying to rinse off the wheels or you're trying to rinse off a part of the vehicle and you don't need that much reach, it kind of gets in the way and you actually have to back up away from the vehicle in order to rinse it down. So the times that we do need it, we will use it. The times that we don't need it, we don't use it. Pretty straightforward. Tip number 2, which is kind of going to piggyback off of tip number 1, is that use a workbench or a step ladder when you need it. So for instance, on the same truck right here, it's pretty big, I'm not that tall. So in order to get to the top of the roof, or just to make it more comfortable to get on the back of the bed, is I can step on this workbench and I have a good platform to work on. Now I do recommend more of a workbench style ladder like you see here, instead of like just one that you kind of take steps on, just because this one gives you a larger surface, a larger platform to step on. You can kind of move around a bit more, and just a bit more stable than just like a traditional work ladder that's like has 3 steps. Now, you know, whatever you have is going to work better than nothing if you can't reach the top of the vehicle. But I mean, we always use this when we're working on RVs or on like larger boats or like just larger trucks, as you see there. We're going to use a workbench. Now this one here, I specifically purchased it from Home Depot, I believe. I think it's like $147. It's a very, very great workbench. An additional thing that we do to this workbench is we put some anti-slip or some, whatever it's called, some grip tape on the workbench. That way we don't slip, because we are going to be washing the vehicle and obviously water is going to get on the workbench, so we don't want to slip and fall. We put some grip strips, if that's what it's called, on all the metal pieces, so that way when we're climbing or getting down, we just feel a lot more secure on the platform. Tip number 3, and if you can, wash your vehicle when it's not peak sun hours, meaning if the hottest time of the day is at 1 p.m., I would advise you to not wash your vehicle at 1 p.m. just because it's going to dry the water and product faster. And if you don't have DI water and you're using just from your house spigot and there's hard minerals in there, then you have a higher chance of getting water spots on your vehicle, especially if you're not moving fast enough to dry it, or if you're continually rinsing it down, you're going to get water spots. Because you can work on the hood and then you can work all the way back to at the back of the vehicle, and by the time you get back to the front of the hood, it's all dried already. So if possible, in the early mornings or afternoons after the sun has peaked, that's gonna greatly help you out, and it's gonna make for a better experience, because instead of being out there when the sun is just pounding you the entire time, you can do it when it's like not that sunny or not that hot, or maybe on a cloudy day. Those days it's going to be much more enjoyable for you to wash your vehicle than just getting beat down by the sun. Tip number 4, which could probably be the most important, especially if you're just getting into cleaning and detailing your own vehicle, is that don't overcomplicate it, right? There's tons of YouTube videos or people on Instagram that really like to, you know, get technical with washing, drying, you know, cleaning, protecting, polishing the vehicle. And, you know, once you get to that point, or if you continue to work and develop the skill, you're gonna get more and more technical and get more experience and skill and confidence to do more things. But it's very easy to get carried away and think like, oh, I do need all that. Oh wait, I can't do it until I have that. And I'm not gonna do it because that person said not to do it. As long as you are just following some basic rules and guidelines and you're enjoying washing your vehicle and taking care of your vehicle, that's the more important part. I mean, over time, you'll get better at it. Over time, you'll really understand what you need and what you don't need. But definitely don't overcomplicate it. Don't think you need about 15 different products or 7 different brushes. It's just get the bare essentials that you think you need. Go work on your vehicle and see if, oh, you know what? It would have helped if I used that. Okay, now let me get that. But don't think you got to go and spend X amount of money and get all these name brand things. I can go to AutoZone right now spend about $150 and get enough products to take care of my vehicle for however many years, right? Maybe not correcting and polishing and applying a ceramic coating, but to just maintain it, I can drive down to AutoZone right now. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Hopefully you took something away that you can apply to your next detailing session. Let me know if you do have any comments or questions in the comment section down below. Any links to tools and products that I use, I'll have them in that video description box. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to everyone on the next one. Bye-bye.